Alrighty, here it is. Oh, if you have a TIME lithium battery and it goes bad for whatever reason during the warranty period, I am going to show you and tell you how long it's going to take for you to get an exchanged battery. Okay, because I just received mine yesterday. I don't know, it got 0 views because obviously nobody gives a hoot. None of my subscribers care. I'm hoping that sitting out there on YouTube that maybe it'll actually help somebody. But I did a video of my TIME 38.4 volt 50 amp trolling motor lithium battery. I did a video. Last I saw it, it barely got 200 views. I mean, that's so stupid. These things are a hot commodity, these lithium batteries. But I did a video about it and how I bought it, I think, back in January because I got my Power Pole Move trolling motor in December, I believe. And I got the battery in January. I had it stored and I charged it. While it was stored. And then I pressed it into service, literally using it on like May 15th when I received my boat from Louisiana. And so May 15th, June 15th, July 15th, and then it shit the bed on me. And it went bad. I made some notes here. It went bad, meaning that it was working on my Power Pole Move trolling motor just fine on a Saturday. Then I go out on a Sunday in the charter business now, so I'm kind of really relying on this thing. So that's where you're screwed. So I go out on a Sunday and I have 0 power for the trolling motor. So after that charter, I come home and I put the voltmeter on it, and it literally has 5 volts. I think it was 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there, but it settled out even at 5. And that was basically on the 24th of July. Just yesterday, August 8th. Today is the 9th. Just yesterday, FedEx delivered this. This is an exchange under warranty. That's how long it's going to take you. If you have one of these go bad, or under warranty, something happens, it just doesn't work anymore. That's basically all I was complaining about. It just doesn't work. I don't know what the deal is, but I had to email them. They were pretty good about it. They made you jump through a bunch of little hoops with a whole bunch of emails with several people over in China. And then, of course, I got with one person who kind of took over the whole deal. And they didn't come, the battery wasn't exchanged from China. I had to send it FedEx in the original box with original packaging. That's the reason you don't get rid of your boxes. Here's the box from this one that I just received. I'm keeping all my boxes for years, keeping them up here in that hole in the attic of the garage. There's another battery box up in there. Why? Because you're going to have to send it FedEx. They're going to send you a shipping label. You're going to send it back. Mine went from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way to Indianapolis, Indiana. So I don't know how long it takes FedEx to get there. They won't ship you a this isn't like Amazon. They won't ship you a battery unless they receive the old one. It's not like FedEx where they see, or Amazon, where they see that you've got a tracking and the whole 9 yards, and that it's on its way and they're going to quickly ship you one. They don't care about quick. They don't care that you're in the charter business or whatever and you really need a battery. So what it boils down to is then it gets to Indianapolis, Indiana. And then I guess there was a weekend in there, because see, that was a total of 16 days that I would have been without a battery for my trolling motor, my power pull move. That's a real pain in the ass right there. So it turns out that they shipped one, and it took days and days for it to get shipped. And it comes all the way from Chico or something, Chino or Chico, California is where this battery just came from. So then this battery has to come all the way across the country to Jacksonville, Florida, via FedEx. I don't know if it was on a truck or on an airplane or I don't know what. But in the meantime, I don't, you know, in the charter business, in the fishing business, you got to constantly have spares. I mean, that's the reason I've got, you know, I go out with what, 4 to 6 rods and reels, but then at one point I had, you know, 66 rods and reels, because you got to have spare everything. At one point I used to have a Honda 225 outboard, and what did I do? Sitting here in my garage, which it never gets used as a garage, I built a stand and had a spare 225 Honda sitting in here. So, I mean, good God. That's the problem with when you gotta go, right? Or you just don't make any living. So, in the meantime, soon as I shipped this one off, I went and ordered another one. Exact same battery, 36 volt battery, group 31, but here's the mistake I made. This one, my original, had the smart Bluetooth, where you can go on a dumb phone. I don't call them smartphones because they're not that damn smart. And you can check on an app, because, you know, there's an app for flushing a toilet. There's apps for everything. So there's an app for this. And I've showed in numerous YouTube shorts, I've done what the app says. After 3 days of using this, I'm only down to like 90% state of charge, stuff like that. It goes, supposedly forever. And then all of a sudden it'll go, oh, I'm really tired. And all of a sudden the charge just falls off. But this is battery number 1. I'm going to put a little piece of tape on here and actually call them 1 and 2. So this one had an app, but then I went on their website and I reordered another one. The reason I didn't notice this is because this battery number 1 I bought as a package deal with the charger that goes with it, a 25 amp charger. And so that was a package deal. They have a lot of like packages, or they used to. And this time for battery number 2 as a spare battery, I went and bought one. I didn't get a charger with it because I already got a charger, which I should have just have done another package deal if I could have. I should have done that. And it turns out that I ended up ordering a battery that's in the boat right now that doesn't say smart. Bluetooth. And I was wondering why the hell I couldn't connect the new battery, the battery number 2, the spare. I could not connect it to the app. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then this guy, I assume, I don't know, somebody in China, said, well, you didn't order one with Bluetooth, you ordered one without. I'm like, damn. I was wondering why it was $50 cheaper. The one I ordered here is a $459.99 battery. That's how much this one costs. Then I got the one in the boat, and it was like $419.99. And you can see it right there. Let me pull these buckets out. You can see it right there. Well, I did something kind of smart too. The straps that I got were a royal pain in the ass to have on the battery. So what I did is I purchased a big pack of really long, heavy-duty zip ties. And I've got one going lengthwise and one going over the middle of the battery. So I'm just going to cut those and pull the battery out. So this battery in the boat right now has 3 trips on it. And I don't know what the state of charge is, but I can pretty much guess that it's not used up very much, that's for sure, because when I had the Bluetooth, I could do 3 trips and I'd still have 90% state of charge. So I could probably get 5-6 trips. It depends. But you never know when you go out there how hard you're going to work it to troll the motor. So that's really the moral of this story, is the fact that if you have to do an exchange with TIME, it's going to run, I guess, it'll be about the same for everybody. It's going to be 2 weeks. For me, 16 days. July 24th is when I started it, and then I received my battery yesterday on August 8th. So, I know these videos don't do very well. Nobody really cares. But I'm going to do the old hashtag TIME. These batteries are very popular. There's just videos galore. Because they're like, I equate them to other things on like Amazon. Like Pissy Fun Reels and Tackle and what else? Oh, Cast King. Well, those 2 companies are kind of like, oh, and there's another one too. Serganoia something or other with an S. A lot of these fishing tackle companies are kind of like the king of Amazon. They're 100% into Amazon. Well, that's the way this company is too. They're all in on Amazon. Even though I purchased, I believe, mine both times I got it from their website. But even on their website, I mean, they're talking about Amazon. So there's like the kings of Amazon. There's, in the tackle business, there is the kings of Amazon. I mean, I think it started out, let's say, Cast King. I mean, they were just all in on eBay and all in on Amazon. So, I mean, you couldn't go on there without looking up a bait casting reel and seeing a Cast King. And now it was Pissafun or Piscafun, or, I mean, they need to change that name. But either way, even this TIME lithium batteries and chargers, they changed their name too. I think it was, in the beginning, it was Ampere Time or something. Like amps, an ampere. So that's the story. So I'm thinking about now pulling this one out and putting in the Bluetooth one and keeping the one without Bluetooth as a spare. I'm going to use that as a spare. So I'm going to charge this one up. I'm going to get the app working. You're supposed to scan this QR code, which I don't know if my little phone will ever do that. Sometimes you have to put in the number. You put in the series of numbers or something manually. But I think I first have to take this in and I have to register it for warranty. So you can bet I'm going to do that, because these things you don't hear that much about something going wrong with them. I don't see videos about, oh, my battery shit the bed on me. You know, you don't see videos about that. So that's the reason why my two videos are different. So I said I was going to follow up. So here's the follow-up. So nothing's bulletproof. There's always blems with everything. There's always blems. And somebody even asked me, I think my mom asked me or something. I said, yeah, it was a blem. And she goes, what's a blem? I'm like, you never heard of that before? You know, a blem is a blemished item straight from the factory. So that's what I'm going to do. Got a charter tomorrow. And I plan on pressing my trolling motor into business. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and I hope this video does a little better. It really don't matter anymore. I think I'm just going to go to doing YouTube shorts. So, what the hell. Okay, I'll talk to you later.